YouTube, it's your girl Leah, back again with another video. Today's video, if you cannot tell from the title, is a video about why I'm so passionate about crochet hair over sew-ins. Now this is going to be a quick impromptu video because I get a lot of questions about people wondering why I prefer crochet hair over sew-ins for beach wear, cruise wear, vacation wear, and all that. So this video is going to be very quickly telling you why me and my experiences with swimming with sew-ins versus me swimming with crochet hairs, how I see the benefits of the crochet hair over the sew-ins. Now, first let me address the little elephant in the room. I was in a car accident recently, so I'm okay. Everything is okay with me body function wise, but I do have some bruising and I do have some scars on my body. So if you guys see that, I didn't want to not, you guys are part of my family and my YouTube family is very important to me, and so I still wanted to film because it keeps my mind off of it. It was kind of traumatic for me and I did kind of get a little bit of anxiety surrounding it, but I still wanted to come on here and film for you guys to distract me. You guys know I use YouTube as my outlet, and talking to you guys and talking through things with you guys really helped me out. So yes, just ignore this right now. I don't also want to conceal or put makeup over this because it is very fresh, so I do want these things to heal, and I'm just gonna wear these like a badge of, you know, I'm still here type of a thing. But yes, so just addressing this really quickly before I get questions about, girl, what happened? So now, why I prefer crochet hair over sew-ins. If you guys have been following me from the beginning, I would have never known about crochet hair, never even thought to take a look at it if it were not for a beach trip I took last year before I had my channel. This was like June 2016, early June 2016 or mid June 2016. I went to the beach with my friends. We all went, my 4 good college friends. I was a sew-in queen at this time. Like, I would use my Peruvian body wave hair and go everywhere with my Peruvian body wave. That was it. I would have sew-ins in for upwards of, you know, 7-8 months out of the year, and thought nothing of it because it was like, you know, it's a sew-in. It looks beautiful. I love my hair. I like my straight and long hair because I am protecting my real hair being braided up. I just thought this was what it was. This is everything. I would do partial sew-ins too. I've never been a fan of like full closure type sew-ins or anything like that. I've really liked partial, so some of my hair being left out in the parting space area and in the back so I can like pull it up and stuff like that. So I've been very much so a fan of that. And so we went to the beach. I'm gonna insert a picture of me right now before I was, you know, I was stunting on my beach with my long hair, all of this. I was loving it. I was like, yes, honey. And then we were all in the pool and I was like, yeah, I can get in the pool. I'm gonna look fabulous. I'm gonna look amazing. I got in that pool and it was over for my hair. I don't know what made me think I was gonna last the rest of the trip stepping in a pool, because yeah, I went up to the room and I used the hair blow dryer that they have in the room and I washed my hair and I thought I was gonna be stunting. I'm gonna insert a picture of me standing beside my best friend who had crochet hair in at the time. I had a sew-in in, she had crochet hair in. She had the crochet free bohemian braid hair and she went swimming too. Probably more active than I was in the pool because she's a better swimmer than I am. So she was swimming, I was swimming, all of that. One of our hairs still look on point and one of our hairs look tragic. Can you guess whose hair is tragic? I didn't even want to take the picture. I was done with photography after that, but they were like, let's get a group shot in. I was like, okay, but my hair has been ruined for the remainder of the trip. There was no coming back from it. And if I had, I would have needed like 5 hours to come and get a whole look together. We went back to the room and we were like, okay, we're gonna get ready, we're gonna get dressed, and then we're gonna go to Broadway at the beach. We were at Myrtle Beach and I was like, okay, but I'm gonna need like 4 hours to get. They were like, no, you only got like 30, we only got a 30 minutes time span. We got to get things together. So I only had a few minutes to go from stepping out with a sew-in and my hair soaking wet to washing it, blow drying it, trying to flat iron it as fast as I could. And that's one of the things that really made me say, okay, well, Sasha was in the bathroom for 5 minutes. She went, like, she rinsed her hair off, fluffed it up, and was out the door. So why do I need a 5-hour routine when I'm at the beach? It's about having fun when you're on a vacation. You don't want to worry about your hair. That's the last thing you want to worry about. You want to have at least the least amount of time worrying about your hair than anything. And I was more concerned with my hair. I didn't take any more pictures. So having a sew-in really ruined my beach trip. And having crochet hair in for my best friend was easy peasy for her. Was no sweat off her back. She could roam on and do what she needs to do. And that's why I feel like crochet hair is a much better option for swimming than sew-ins are. you can easily make the transition from pull to whatever you have to do next in a matter of 30 minutes. Whereas as a sew-in, I don't know if you guys use a curlier sew-in. If you use a lace closure sew-in, then maybe I can only speak from somebody who has a partial and loves partial sew-ins. But for me, sew-in just was not hitting it for me. And especially when I went on my cruise, how my crochet hair came in handy for my cruise. And that's what happened. I went to the beach maybe a month before I went on my cruise, and I saw my friend, and I was like, okay, so what hair do you have in? Okay, so you have crochet hair in. Okay, so that's what I need for my cruise. And so I got my hair for my cruise. And the thing about it, why I really recommend crochet hair for cruises, is because when you're on a cruise and you do your excursions, or you have your days, your port days. So whenever you go, for us, we went to Nassau, Bahamas, and Freeport, Bahamas. When we get off that ship, we're off the ship for maybe 6 to 8 hours. And we're in, of course, beachy town. So I'm gonna, of course, want to swim. I want to be near water. But say you step off that boat and you get in water at 8 a.m. You're not gonna see your room again until maybe 6 p.m., 7 p.m. at night. So you have a long window of time for your hair to be a hot mess if you don't get crochet hair. That's the way I look at it. So when I went to Nassau, we went to Atlantis. I was in the pool. You guys saw my photo of that. I'll insert it again. I was in the pool. I was doing all this activewear stuff, which I feel like if I had some kind of like straight sew-in style, it wouldn't have looked as good. Now I was able to get out the pool and still live my life in Atlantis, ride the slides, do everything that they have there at Atlantis, and then get back on the ship and be like, okay, so we're ready for dinner, instead of having to get back on the ship and doing all this maintenance to a hair. Of course, when I got back to the ship, of course, I rinsed the hair off and all that. When you're on vacation, you're on vacation. It's about relaxation. It's about taking time for yourself and all that. The last thing you need to worry about is your hair. Crochet hair for me, like I say, and like I suggest to all of you guys, it is worth it 100% for trips. It's like you guys can tell, I've had experience with water, with a sew-in, with straight hair, doing my straight hair thing, and I've had experience with my crochet hair and doing my crochet hair thing. Enjoyed the crochet hair trip a lot more because I had a lot less worries about my hair. I could do everything I wanted and didn't impede on me taking pictures after the fact. I still went through the rest of the trip. My pictures still turned out phenomenally. My hair was the same as it was when I stepped in the water as when I got out the water. Clearly that it was not the case with the sew-in. Hair was on a different level. Never took a picture again other than the group shot that everybody wanted, because why wouldn't everybody else want it? Their hairs were still on point. It was only my hair that looked a hot, tragic mess. So yeah, I think that was the turning point for me and what really pretty much launched my channel. Pretty much, I think, having a phenomenal crochet hair that lasted and did some amazing things really put me on point. Like, okay, this crochet hair thing is A1. This crochet hair thing is legit. Let me see what this crochet hair game is about. So yeah, that was my mini story time, my mini rant, my mini answering you guys' questions, why I'm so crazily passionate about crochet hair. It's because I had a crappy sew-in hair experience at a beach, and I said never again. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, if you guys still love sew-ins, tell me what sew-ins you guys wear to the beach. What hair you guys use if you use sew-ins and go to the beach, and how your hair looks. Because I'm coming from a place where I love my straight Peruvian body wave was my sew-in hair of choice. That was it. I love Peruvian body wave. Couldn't get me to try any other hair. I wasn't so much into those Malaysian kind of really curly styles. I wasn't into those types of looks. I was really into my straight hair, and clearly that was an epic fail for beach wear. But yeah, like I said, make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat at Miss Talia 89, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.